Alright, I'm going to do a quick video on how to adjust the fence to make it square with the blade. This is the 12-inch Kobalt Miter Saw. This is the newest model as of 2019. So, I mean, if you're watching this later on, it might be a little bit different, but probably still going to be fairly similar. So, what you're going to need is this is a 5mm Allen wrench, and you'll need a square. I've got just a plain Jane old square. It'd be better if you had like a magnetic square, would probably make it easier, but I don't have one right now. I did at one point, don't know where it disappeared to. So first thing you're going to do is just loosen this, take these extensions off, toss these over there. Then you're going to find these bolts. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side. And so this one has a one-piece fence. See, it's connected here. So what you're going to do is you're going to loosen these up. So the reason I'm doing this is because it did not... it was not square whenever I got it new. So make sure you check that. When you buy a miter saw, make sure they're square before you start a project. That one's in there pretty tight. So you don't want to take these all the way out, you just want to loosen them up. And if you look, let's see if we can get the focus here. So if you look, you've got enough room in here to where this will move quite a bit. We'll have to, this is kind of difficult watching it on the camera. But so now you got that much adjustment. That should be plenty. If it's further off than that, then there's something wrong. So basically, you're going to loosen them up, and what I'm going to do is actually tighten this one, not all the way, not super tight, but enough to hold it still. So it will still move, but not as much, and just kind of gives you a pivoting point. You don't really need the whole thing moving back and forth when you're trying to do it. So then I'll lock the blade down. You'll take your square, and again, this would be easier with a magnet. If you had one that had a magnet, you'd magnet and stick it to the blade and then just adjust your fence accordingly. So all you're going to do is put your square there, put it up against the blade, and you'll just adjust it until it's square. It's really hard to do with holding the camera. So you can see the difference there. See, it's not touching here. And then you'll just use your square, square it off, and then tighten it back down. And what I'll do, because I can't do this with holding the camera, so I'll get it where I want it, then I'll snug these down a little bit and then check it again. And what I'll also do is I'll run my saw blade out to the edge and check it out there. and then I'll snug it down a little bit more, check it again. Because you want to make sure when you tighten it that this doesn't move while you're trying to tighten it. And yeah, so I mean, just check it a couple times while you're tightening it down, then get it pretty snug. That way it doesn't shift on you. It shouldn't have to be super tight, but you're going to want it snug on there pretty good. But so I mean, it's pretty simple. I was when I noticed that it was off, and it was off quite a bit. I wasn't really sure how to adjust it, and I was thinking maybe there was something to do with this, to where this would pivot and adjust it. And I looked under there, didn't really see anything, so decided to check the fence. It makes a lot more sense doing it like this. That would be a lot more complicated. So yeah, pretty simple. I would assume this is probably like this for most table saws. The small one that I had, it was pretty old. It was not adjustable as far as the fence was, at least not that I can recall. And it was off, but just extremely slightly, so it never really bothered me. But yeah, so that's how you do it. Pretty simple. You guys have a good day.